Yes, I do have a Nike problem. I bought this my first year because if you can bring it, but you can pull this through. And these are great. They are running headphones. These are, I forget that I bought. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Jane and I make videos about my life here in South Korea. So it is Saturday today and I have already gone out and came back, but I thought I should film this video before I took off all my makeup because this video has been on my list of things to film for like the last 3 months. And I'm probably glad that I didn't film it when I originally wrote it down in my notebook, mainly because I have added more things to my growing collection here in South Korea. So I thought we would go over everything that I brought with me from the US and everything that I have bought here in South Korea to keep me on my fitness. Though my first year, I will admit, I didn't do a lot, mostly just hiking and a little bit of weightlifting. My second year, I did more. I didn't do a lot of running though. Maybe once or twice in 1 year. I had to do a lot more home workouts, and then this year I recently started back to running, though I haven't run in the last 2 weeks because I have runner's knee on my my right side. So I've been letting that kind of heal, and so I haven't run in the last 2 weeks and I kind of miss it, especially days like today. I would have gone out and ran this morning because it was like 60 outside, bright, very cool, a little windy, which is what I like when I go running. Now it's like 70 something, I think. Yeah, it's like 75 already outside. So I thought we would go over what I had brought with me and what I bought in the last 3 years to help me keep up on my fitness and not be a lazy bum at home. Alright, so some of the things that I recommend you bring with you if you're moving here to South Korea, definitely bring running shoes or fitness shoes, especially if you are larger than 7.5. You're going to have a hard time finding shoes that size unless you order them off of Nike, Adidas, or Adidas. And I think I've seen bigger sizes for Reebok and another brand. So everything else, if you're a girl, it's gonna be very hard to find shoe sizes in your size if you're bigger than 7 or 7.5. I'm very lucky because I have very small feet, so I can find them, but I did bring these old pair of running shoes with me. These are Nike. These are very old. They're the Luna Stellos. So I brought these when I originally came. I use these now just indoors when I'm doing a home workout for stability. But I did buy earlier this year these Nikes. These are the Nike, so these are the Nike Zoom Fly 3. So these are my outdoor running shoes. And I love them. They're very comfortable. They're very soft. I have bought them in a 7.5. So yeah, these are my favorite. But I recommend you bring your own shoes if you're bigger than 7.5 or 8, unless you plan on buying like the big brands like the Nikes, the Filas, the Reeboks. 2, I recommend you also bring a whole bunch of like running leggings, running shorts, running pants, and tops. But you can buy them here. The only thing is that you do have to be aware of your size. I am a Western size medium. However, you do have to be aware that if you buy Korean brand fitness, definitely check the sizes, just because their mediums are going to be more like a small or an extra small for Western sizes. For clothing, I always range between a large to an extra large rather than a medium or a. Be aware of the sizing in South Korea. It's definitely going to be different. I only brought one of my long sleeve running tops, and I actually had to throw it out because I've had it for a really long time and it started to shrink. So I had to actually buy some new ones. And if you've watched any of my like hauls or vlogs, you know I buy tons of Nikes. If you can, bring as many as you can pack with you, but you can find like running tops, like long sleeves here in South Korea. This is Nike. This is one of my favorite ones. This is also Nike. This is one of my new ones that I bought. It's a little bit thicker, so I don't recommend using this during the summer, but on cooler mornings I can use this one. And then I also have a Fila one. This is a little bit thicker. Again, wouldn't wear this during the summer here in South Korea, but cooler mornings definitely. And then I have this one. This one is a very nice one. I bought this my first year because of my school's sports day, and I needed something that I can wear outside that wasn't going to be too thick, but it was like kind of sporty. So this is actually a Korean brand. I really like it, and I believe I bought this in extra large. It came with a pair of pants. I used the pants so often that they ripped finally, and so I had to throw them out. But yeah, definitely recommend if you can pack these, but you can find long sleeve running jackets here in South Korea. Last couple of clothing items I recommend you bring. Hats, you can find them here, but I brought my favorite Nike hat with me, just a good running. So I brought this from the US, and then I bought this one recently because I wanted to be able to wash this, have it dry, and still be able to cover my head when I'm running because it gets hot here. The last piece of like clothing items are these running cooling sleeves. So they are upside down. They're from Nike. Yes, I do have a Nike problem. I love them. I'm sorry. But these are running cooling sleeves. They go over your arms like that. They mainly are there to help you keep cool. I have it because, as you know, I have a tattoo and I run where I work. So to avoid having my students, parents, and fellow teachers see said tattoo, I wear these if I'm wearing like short running sleeves. But these are nice because they do keep you cool and they do protect you from the blazing sun. Back at home, I had an arm sleeve. Yeah, I have an arm sleeve. I did within my first year had to upgrade my phone. So I went from an iPhone 6. I think it was the iPhone 6 to an iPhone XR because my 6 finally just started crapping out. So I bought this sleeve. It's really big and it's really bulky, and so I haven't really used it. I think I used it once. I might use it more often in like the winter, but for right now, because it's way too hot and it's really kind of big and bulky, I haven't used it very often. But you can buy these. If you can bring it, but you can buy it here if you need it. So for a while I was using mainly these two waistbands. These are very nice. They are a little thick. So they have 3 pockets. So there's this middle one here, and then these 2 side ones. So the middle one is big enough for my XR, and then if I did have a like wired headphone, I can poke it through here. These are great. They are adjustable, so you can put them at your waist and they fit fine. But I wanted something a little bit lighter, and I know this is excessive that how many like phone holders I have for running or for the gym, but I ended up buying this one. This is the one I use the most because this is very thin and very light. So it comes with a very adjustable strap. It only has 1 pocket though, but the pocket is so stretchable and it gets really big that my phone can fit in here. So this is the one that I've been using. This is called the tight end, and I like this because I can put it at my waist, and then if I get tired of it sitting on my waist, I can actually spread it out and then wear it like this when I'm running. So it sits here, my phone can sit here, and I can like move it so that my phone's in the back. So yeah, those are my 3 that I bought, and this is the one that I use the most. So like I said, this one only has 1 pocket. So one of the ways that I keep things like my art card, a debit card, and some cash on me just in case I need to run into like the convenience store to get water, I have this gizmo. I bought this a couple of years ago when I started running. This is a very cool little pocket. This actually slips into your shoes. So this part goes through your laces, and then you put your cards here, and I currently have some money in there. Pull this through, and then you Velcro it down so it sits like that. So when you're running, your cards, your money, your keys, they stay with you and are at your feet. So everything else I have bought here because really I don't have any room in my 2 very large luggages and carry-ons. So the biggest thing that I bought for at-home workout is this yoga like fitness mat. So it's pretty thick. It's not the thickest. I've seen thicker ones for home workouts. I recommend you get one of these just because it does help dampen any sort of like noise when you are working out at home. Korean apartments have very thin walls, so you can hear pretty much almost everything and anything. So not only can you use this for yoga or any other sort of like ab workout, this just helps also in dampening any like fast movements like jumps and stuff like that. So one of the best things that I bought at Daiso was this band. This is actually very, very tight and very, very thick. And so I had a pair of other ones that I didn't use very often just because they were very thin and they didn't like compress like this does. And so it was $1 from Daiso, and it does so well for any sort of like leg workouts. So bring a band or buy one. You can buy them easily at Daiso, very easily. So another thing that I bought from Daiso is this foam roller. This was only about 1,000 won. I recommend you buy one. You can get other ones at a coupon online, but this one was super cheap, and I just needed something for rolling out my like tight legs after running. So this is great from Daiso, only about 1,000 won. So if you are like me and you cannot work out without music, definitely bring headphones. These are my old running headphones. These are, I forget what they are called. These are my wired headphones, and they're great running ones. These are my favorite wired ones. I did have a pair of wireless ones that finally, about a year being here, died. So I had to buy a pair of new ones, and I bought this Soundcore one. And so this is what they look like inside. They are fantastic. They have different sizing, so if your ears are bigger, you can adjust them. And so they just sit in this box to charge. I think I charge this box like once a month, and it works fine. I don't have to like recharge the box every time. These are really good ones. I think these were quite affordable. I can't remember exactly how much they were, but they were definitely less than 200,000 won, because some of the ones that I saw that I really liked were like over 200,000 won. Alright, the video is getting pretty long. I just have a couple other things that I want to mention that I have bought. I bought weights. So I have 3K. Oh, I have 2 of these, 2 3Ks, and then I have 1 5K. So a 5K is just over 10 pounds, and then a 3K is just over 5 pounds. So those are all my fitness accessories that I use at home to do workouts or go out for running. So that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, would you consider subscribing? I would be ever so thankful and would welcome you in my little online family. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye. Every time I'm going out, the same things keep happening.